Some chocolate chip. First of all, how you say chocolate chip bookies? Why he ain't changed nothing else? Why it ain't
Big blood
Bachlet? Why it ain't Bachlet bookies?
Big Suwooey.
Because the Bloods. It's the Bloods that switch up, right?
Cracking, lacking blood.
I think we're recording now, right?
You guys are listening to... I don't really have an answer. I don't ever have an answer. Well, the ER Avengers.
That's how these bitches get pregnant. I've had regrets in my life.
I can't even say what I'm going to say because I don't want to use it against me later. My soul in my body.
After this, I'm never going to explain whether or not I'm reckless. All right, yeah. This is the License to Bear podcast. You going to let me do my intro or what, bro?
Yeah, you a grown man. You do what you want to do.
I can't do an intro by myself, bro.
Yes, you can.
It literally is an interactive intro. It's an I.
I forgot how the intro go. You gonna have to remind me.
This nigga. You know what? We'll work on it. I'll do it next week. Because you're taking my whole momentum.
You say so.
I'll do it next week.
I ain't gonna remember it next week either, nigga.
Well, duh. I'm telling it to you before next week. I got 7 days.
I'll make sure I don't answer none of them.
To educate you.
Like, oh, this nigga talk about the intro.
It's going to be truly epic. Or to just feel good for me. Because I've been holding it in.
Holding it in.
Like this turd that, I woke up
like
with, but I was running late. So.
That I got in my...
All right, let's kick this off with the real, with what we got to talk about.
What we got to talk about?
Lana Del Rey.
Oh, my God. Please don't get me started.
Can I tell you?
This is going to take 2 hours.
Can I tell you? Now, I ain't bought a ticket, but I went. I probably...
I ain't drive.
Oh, no, listen. I did my share when I did the math. I said, hold up now. This gas.
Yep.
This toll.
That's how we do it, bro.
I was like,
Real
okay.
friends, bro.
I was like, God damn, that's almost $60.
Real friends.
Like a nigga.
I buy the ticket, he drive.
I ain't got no job, though. But
still out here getting these experiences.
I think
experiences.
I think I paid that admission price solely so that for the first time in my life I got to see Jobo cry.
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, bro, man, cry.
And the thing is, I'm a little mad that I didn't get to see like full action. Not that I would have just been looking at homie face because I wasn't expecting that. But my man said, man, I cried. And I thought he was joking. I looked over to the side, and it was just dry face and just one long, wet space down the left eye. I didn't get to see the right.
Yeah, man.
So I got gypped. I guess if I paid a little extra more, I would have got to see both sides. I should have been like, yo, bro, you crying for real? Look at me.
Yo, that woman has an aura about her that I've never experienced at a live concert. And I've been to plenty of live concerts. That was just different. Like, that was just really different.
I'm not gonna say it wasn't different. It was everything from the audience to, because the audience is very different. I'm still used to seeing, some colored people sprinkled in, and
there was literally zero
single women, couples that seemed like they maybe got together because of Lana, and I don't really know what's the PC way to say that. She just got a big LGBT following. Like, it was just, and I don't think I've been to a concert that was like that. At the same time, to me, she screams "I am woman" in the most subtly confident, empowering. You don't have to say nothing. It's not Katy Perry, "Hear Me Roar." It's not, I'm preaching femininity. It's just I am femininity.
Yep.
And for that reason, you're just like, you can get with it or not.
Yeah, man. I love her. Whole different level of just... I just love her.
This dude said, don't get me started. This is going to be 2 hours. Is it going to be 2 hours? Is it gushing this whole time?
Yeah, bro. Like, man.
I
don't know. Like, and I've watched concerts online.
I love her.
And I was kind of nervous, honestly, because I've seen some performances where, like, vocally she was kind of off. But yesterday, vocally, she was on point.
Oh, she was absolutely on point.
She was, like...
The range... To say the range of motion, sometimes she wouldn't even move, but she would just ride through the octave. She did more or less what she wanted to.
Yeah, it was a completely different type of show. Like if you've been to hip hop concerts, rock concerts, this was a completely different type of vibe. It was literally a place where like you can, like if you did walk in for whatever reason, just emotional, like that was the kind of show where you could just kind of let that.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna break me though. She was trying though. She was trying. I was like, no lie, for like 2/3 of the songs, I was like, I can't even understand what you're saying, because not really because the sound system or nothing bad, but you know how that goes at concerts. Sometimes just anything live, you can just it can get the vocals can get lost unless they're singing a certain type of way, and because a lot of her songs have a lot of I don't want to say room noise, but it's just got a lot of ambiance to it, so. To try to pick up every lyric is like, nah, you just need to go listen to the album or, catch all these tracks and see what's up.
Yeah.
But the overall vibe of everybody just sitting there like, what was killing me is especially the girl that was in front of us who was just like, it's a safe space. It's okay. Yeah. And then everybody was like, it's okay. Look, I almost cried. You can let it out. I think I almost cried 6 times. Like, how you almost cried 6 times? You don't. Listen,
she started the show so like
3 songs of straight hard emotion,
just hard emotion,
just sad, somber, sinking you into it.
And then it was straight up just like ambience, and like the band wasn't even on the stage yet, so she was literally just starting you off with just 3 straight, just soft. Dang,
they wasn't on the stage yet?
Nah, they didn't come in until Blue Jeans.
Yeah, see, it's hard because like she's got her people kind of almost like props, but not props.
Yeah.
So like I don't even think I noticed that they wasn't there.
Yeah, they weren't up there yet. They weren't up there for like the first 4 songs.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she was just up there.
Yep.
Being a classy fucking lady.
Yep.
Straight off. She is. There's a word I want to use before elegance, but it hasn't come to me since last night, and I'm not sure what that word is.
I don't know. I just know that I love her.
Just I don't want to say edgy.
Lana, if you hear this, marry me. Please marry me.
Ain't she engaged?
I don't think so. I feel like she probably was. Yeah. I don't think so. I think she was like a couple of years ago.
So I got Garrison gonna look it up. He gonna let us know.
Yeah.
He's just gonna give me the cue. I'm almost certain she's like.
Nope.
Not engaged.
I think she was a couple of years ago. But
she out of my league, then.
Yeah.
You alright.
I mean, I'm about to shoot that shot like Kobe.
Boyfriend though. Single.
Yeah.
Full fledged.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder she was giving me that vibe now. It's not strong enough though.
Yo, and she has so many just subtle ass freaky lines. Where like you catch it and then you be like, yeah.
That's the. It's not even ignorant. It's like eccentric ladiness. It's this ladiness where, you're singing this song that sounds like the sound of it sounds brokenhearted, but the words of it is not brokenhearted.
Yeah.
And then they're actually praising love or whatever like that, and then she's just throwing something real edgy. Just you giving me head on the beach.
Yep.
Just one line, and you could just tell it's just like, like it's. She makes me sit back a lot and be like, oh yeah,
Yeah, I was just drooling the whole time.
What kind of woman is this?
Just drooling.
Dick grow a whole 1/4 inch.
Man, I love me some Lana.
I'm telling you, I experienced that all last night. There's a lot of times she give you a little flavor, a little attitude, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, about that. Because the thing is, Lana ain't even like, well, just appearance-wise, she's not fully my type. And I'm like, but what you doing is working. And that's all that matters.
Yep.
She's not my type. She's just yacht my type. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I don't know what you just
said. I do it and not complain.
I mean, there's a lot of people you're probably doing and not complain with.
No, I still be complaining. I'm like, just didn't meet a certain criteria. I think she meets most of the criteria. I'm just being picky on that point. But I could be with it for a long time. I think. Like what I was telling you last night with the whole basically just looking for somebody that you're just timelessly attracted to.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's finding somebody that you have a chemistry and a connection with, but you're also timelessly attracted to them. Like, we get it. We gonna age. But for the most part, you gonna have like at least a solid like 12, 15 years of just like, yeah, my dick get hard. You know what I'm saying? When I see you. Like my nigga Gates said, you the only one that my dick could get hard for. That's, to me, that's the makings of what your attraction should be looking for in a relationship.
Word.
I think Lana could pull it off. That's all I'm saying. Why you get quiet? Monogamy not doing it for you?
No, I mean, eventually. But
I'm just saying, that's the combo that she working with. So I don't even think you got to be 100% on the face or something like that. You could just, she gonna pull it together one other way. That's the Del Rey. Or Ray.
Yeah. What I also enjoyed too was like when we first showed up, the just surroundings of where the venue was very like beachy because the venue was technically on water.
It was a beach.
Yeah, but like it just oozed her before you even got to the arena. So like you see a lot of water, you see a lot of just like.
How you know what it did to her before she got there?
Nigga, I said it oozes her, as in like you get her vibe as soon as you get there.
Yeah, it just oozed her. How you know? How you know? She ain't said that shit on stage.
This guy.
Well, she did say she got memory in that studio, though.
Yeah, she said that was her.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
it was.
That was her first concert.
Yeah, I liked. Usually, I'm not a fan of outdoor venues, just because. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess it depends on what time of year it is. If it's like the summer or some shit is hot and muggy, I'm like, fuck that shit. Like, yeah. I don't know anybody who I'm like, you're so worth me having to go see in the hot and muggy. But this one I liked because of the water. It was always cool. The temperature was straight. Yeah. If people were smoking, doing what they wanted to do, that shit just went the other way, even though it was totally coming our way. But shit went past me. Yeah, I would definitely do that venue again. I don't know who they usually have at that venue.
I feel like they don't have many people at that venue.
Actually, I was looking at some chart that was on the wall. They seem like they got a show at least a week.
Yeah, I'm talking about like you're not gonna see like Lil Wayne at that venue.
What's the name of that venue? Is Jones Beach
Theater? Jones Beach Theater.
Jones Beach Theater.
Like it's gonna be a lot of like.
I know I saw something that was like Adam Sandler. Then it seemed like it was a lot of rock bands though too.
It seems more like a rock-ish venue.
Well, I mean, yeah, you ain't gonna see Ski Mask Slump God. There it goes, man. Last night I couldn't remember that for the longest time. I was like, masked slump mask. I was like, God damn it, what is that? You definitely not seeing him there, but I think that's also that's an arena for an intimate audience too. I always wondered what a arena, like when we would see Justin Timberlake, that's not an intimate audience at all. That's a full production 3-hour show. When we would see Beyonce, that's not an intimate arena either. That's a fucking football stadium.
Yeah, if you're doing stadiums, there's nothing intimate about a stadium.
This arena was still like,
for as much seats and as big as it was still very intimate. Yeah.
It was what I remember like when I used to wonder about like Kobe Calais. She's got such like a coffee house kind of music, kind of like you imagine and hear her when you walk in. You imagine and hear her singing her songs, and it's just like the small crowd. And I was always like, but how do you do that once you get big? Yeah. How do you do that and still be like, oh, my venue only has 75 people? Like, how do you do that? Now I know.
Yeah. Yep.
Now I know.
But yeah, man, it was great. Now I just gotta get to Florence. I need Florence in the Machine.
How much was the tickets last year? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
You don't remember nothing? Because I'm like, yo,
I don't remember.
You said this for 5 years. Florence and the Machine.
Yep.
And then I knew they was coming, and I told you, I sent you the link. You was like, yup. And I'm like,
yo, I honestly don't think I had it. I really just don't think I had it, and I probably didn't want to think about it.
If it was small enough, I probably would have done it for you. But that's why I'm like,
nah, Florence ain't cheap, bro.
You ain't. They probably not. But you know, at that time, before I was jobless, Job is Ted out here. I'm mad. That's not even an alliteration. I like alliteration. But back then, I was making like $1,000 a week, so it was like
this guy.
What you talking about? This guy?
Better hope the feds
big baller over here.
I ain't balling shit,
bruh. Man, I ain't never heard you be like, yo, I could do that next week. It's no problem. Like that. Like you just said that at least 3 times this weekend. It used to be maybe once. You was like, I'm gonna have to look at that. Now, nigga opened up the babysitting business like Tasha.
Yo, talk. I'm out here trying to clean mad money.
Yo, this is what I was to tell you when we was talking about Power before too, right? So I'm watching Power with this chick.
Yeah.
Tell me why. Now when you're watching anything, a TV show, a movie, whatever, you can usually kind of tell where the chemistries are gonna go, where they're gonna try to lead a relationship. If the guy's gonna like the girl, whatever.
Yeah.
This chick will really call it 10 seconds before they actually kiss. And we did this in multiple. We watched the movie, and then we had watched 2 episodes of Power. And every time, she would be like, they're going to have a thing together. Yeah, you think they just started playing the music right before they about to try to get sensual. The person's already in their proximity leaning together. It was set up from the time Holmes walked through the door to the time he walked to the girl, that it was like, yo, all right, they got to kind of banter. That's not a natural plate. That's not a platonic customer, whatever, banter. It's obvious what this person's here for at first, and then he also looked too pretty. Yeah. Nigga looked too pretty. That's gonna be like a interest in some type of way.
Yep.
She ain't catch it. But the moment they play the music, it is about to be like, yeah, because we're 7 seconds away from them fucking touching sensually for the first time. She'd be like, they're gonna have a thing. See, I knew it. I was like, bitch, this is not telling the future.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious.
I was like, yo. She did that 4 times that night. I was like, I'm starting to see why you watch the kind of TV you watch.
Yeah.
Because you're probably thoroughly surprised. You the type to watch like Love and Hip Hop.
I always listen for the music to know what's going to happen next. They purposely do that.
Yeah, it's supposed to set them up.
Yeah, like, if something creepy is coming on, like, something bad might happen, or they're teasing it hard.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the great thing about the music. When you score anything, you can pretty much set up. You can change expectation just by playing the music a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga could be in church and fucking praising the Lord, change the music, and nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
But you'd be like, he's going through something. Like, you can feel like it's amazing how a score will do that. But if somebody walks in, like, especially, first off, Tasha ain't even had the daycare open. If somebody walked through the door, daycare ain't open, there's no reason for this person to be here in any capacity other than storyline. Yeah. In this storyline, you must then have. And I was like, your brain really don't be putting that together, huh? It really don't.
No, man. She's I ain't gonna say too much.
Yeah, nah. I ain't talking spoilers. I can't stand spoilers. I believe anybody who spoils. I've actually almost caught a court case or 2 over spoilers, so I'll be leaving that shit alone. But you said it was intense last night.
Yeah. Power was
episode
5.
5. Intense.
Yep.
Without spoiling it. How intense was it?
It was definitely...
Like, is it something that I'm like, all right, they've been working up to this, so this was set up, or is it like, where'd this come from?
I think they've been working up to it, and I wasn't necessarily surprised at what happened, but it was just intense.
Damn,
that's all I can really say without
giving it
away.
You just gotta test somebody's resolve, yo. You gotta test somebody's resolve before you get knocked out like that dude in Japan. There's a dude, when the Avengers Endgame came out, dude came out the movie theater just shouting spoilers.
Yo.
Nigga. Yo. Immediately.
Dudes be bored. Yo, dudes be so bored. Like, I get, like, the whole trolling thing because I do it. But, like, bro, that's, like, next level boredom.
But trolling as an antagonist almost, like, I love to rub people the wrong way. You do know when you rub people the wrong way, things happen.
Yeah.
Period.
Like, for you to do that, you really thought you were doing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you got your ass whooped.
Yeah. Yeah. Multiple people, actually. It wasn't even just him. It was. I think they said, yeah, there's a lot of people around just the world. Yeah. There's a couple people. It was like a handful that I know of. But definitely walk out immediately. Tony Stark dies. Or say some shit like that.
Oh, shit, did he?
Listen, it's out on home video. If you ain't seen it by now, you don't. You know.
Damn, bro, you out here spoiling shit. We got.
You know hands. What? People ask me. They said, "What's the timeline for spoilers?" And a lot of people are like, "Well, I don't really know."
I get that shit. I think week or two. I feel like if you're that avid of a fan, you're probably going to see it within a week.
Well, I think it depends on the medium also, though. Like, if it's a TV show, I usually let it ride a couple weeks. Probably like 3. Because if you are somebody who actually watches it, then, give you time to catch up. Life can be busy. Yeah. It is what it is.
Shit, just don't go on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. Like, your social media might do that to you regardless. But there's still TV shows and movies, I don't know how they end. Or,
like, even, like, going back to Power, like, because, like, the apps, they upload it at, like, midnight.
Yep.
So it's like if you waiting for that 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock start time at night.
Yeah, ruined it. Ruined it. Yeah. You wake up in the morning, 56 still ain't changed back the theme song. You like,
I ain't watching this shit.
I was waiting for my wife to get home. Yeah. That's one reason why I'm singing right now, because I don't want to have to wait for nobody to watch shit.
Yeah, it's perfect on that side.
He said it's perfect. Yo, this dude better get out of here with the Chavo.
My guy is Chavo.
Does it actually? Are the mics even picking that up now? Because last week it was, the mic was ridiculously closer. So, bruh, can we not have this porno in the middle of our discussion of power? Yo.
I honestly miss the Angela sex scenes, bro. I'm gonna have to go back.
I hate how they are utilizing her ghostliness. Because she doesn't play it well at all. Yeah. It's ridiculously rigid and stiff.
I just be like, you about to get naked, bitch?
Well, Angela was just always just number one. Her and the random chicks that they do for a scene. Mm-hmm. Like when they did the scene last week with the governor or whatever. Yeah. I was like, hey, hold up. Yeah, no contest. I miss Holly's nakedness too.
I don't remember what Holly looked like naked. I might have to go back.
I was happy when she got an expanded role just because I was like, man, you gonna be naked at least 2-3 more times. Me and the redheads, man, god dang it. Got stopped.
Yeah, nothing like a good redhead. Ugh. Definitely on my bucket list.
That's on your bucket list?
Yeah.
Really? I still haven't had...
At least a fucking nude. Let me game a nude out of a redhead.
Yo, at this point, my baby waiting so long. I just need the nude. Can I get the nude? Bruh. The closest I got was Strawberry Blonde, which I still don't feel like counting.
Was that a natural though? Because I'm talking.
Oh, it was natural. It was natural. Okay. It was natural. I asked you back then. I said, "This count?" You was like, "I think it counts." I'm like, I don't know. In my soul, it don't feel like it counts.
It's like if they dyed it or some shit. Nah, that shit don't count.
No, it was totally natural. It just wasn't red. It wasn't Irish girl.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Redhead because of freckles.
At least once.
You know what I mean? Like
that and an Asian chick. Never had an Asian chick. Almost, but never.
Nah, no. I've comfortably stayed within my realm of white women and mixed girls. That's
boring.
I'm sorry. I don't choose the vaginas as they come through the door. I ain't go.
Boring.
You know what? Could you just turn off that other half of black you have, or like, could you just so I can get parts of you? Like, no, I don't. I don't do that. But yeah, I definitely gotta hop the pond.
Yeah, bro. Before you get tied up and married, might as well.
I won't say it's never gonna happen, but I feel like it's gonna be a while.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I just go as life takes me.
Yeah, at this point,
something fall in my lap, it fall in my lap, but
that's what I noticed about me like 2 days ago. I was like, yo, right now I'm not trying to like force nothing. I want it to be just utterly natural. Like, cool, I can use a couple little game here and this. Of course not, because that's part of it. That's part of the fun of getting to know. But I feel like right now where I'm at, it's just gotta hit. It's just, you just gotta wake up one morning feeling that way, and then wake up the next morning feeling that way.
Yeah.
And then wake up the next morning feeling that way. And then go to sleep that night feeling that way. And then be like, holy shit, I think I like this bitch. That's how my emotions come out. Ooh, I think I like this
bitch. Yeah, man. One day we'll talk about love.
I mean, nah,
one day. Y'all know that song, right?
No, I was actually at
first. You need to step your music knowledge.
I thought you was going one day over the rainbow, and then it just turned into
that one. No, you don't know that song? One day.
By who?
One day. I don't know, but I know the song. Oh, so the old stoner.
Yeah, I don't think I ever heard that song. I'm thinking hard as hell, and I'm like,
about to get on my Joe Budden bag and start pulling songs up on niggas.
Is that what he be doing?
Yeah.
He just be doing it randomly in the podcast?
And nigga just be on his computer like.
I thought he used to be like talking about it a little bit though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like in that moment where I just sung that song and nobody was like, I knew that song.
Yeah.
Just pull it up and be like, that's a song.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know why he does that. It used to bother me watching the podcast and being like, I can't hear the song, but you talking about it. But I realize now that's just for copyright reasons. Because niggas will strike you real quick. I done been struck like 3 times on one video I did like 8 years ago. And I'm like, what is it? Let me see. SG, what we got? Is that an ad, my nigga? Really? What? How's that luxury life going with the YouTube Premium right now, Rick?
That's just straight.
I've been on that Premium since it was red.
We gotta put Rudy on. Shout out to all the fathers out there.
Who's it by? Let me see. No, that ain't. Is this it?
Hold on, yeah. Let that rock real quick. Shout out to all the fathers out there.
Yo.
Hey. Happy Father's Day.
Is that the one day?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I thought it was the one day.
It's like Chris Benoit, bro. You better get hit.
Listen. Yeah, once you said the Chris Benoit, you said shout out to all the fathers, the way that had to hit my brain, and then looking at the phone real slow and being like, what is Chris Benoit? I was like,
they're saying AEW's been in talks with his son about signing a deal. Remember we was having that conversation?
It's kind of...
He looked just like him and shit?
I don't really think I see where he looks like him. I don't feel like he looks like a twin, though. He's got like his eyes to me.
No, he looks
I'm going to need more pictures.
I got you.
I'm going to need like more pictures. Because when I looked him up, I was like, okay, you definitely have his whole eye socket area. Like his straight up, like from the eyebrow to the nose area, you got that. But that's not enough for me to say somebody looks like...
And this is his son, bro.
A twin. So I'm gonna need a side by side.
It's like creepily. Hold on.
But if they do that, I feel like that's AEW just trying to provide a certain type of redemption, like in the sense of
not necessarily a redemption. I don't think he should be blackballed for what his father did.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is, a lot of people might not be trying to touch him because of what his father did. I feel like if AEW does that, it's an effort to not blackball him because you shouldn't be, excommunicated because of what your dad did just because of, I got the name. Like, nigga, change your name. Like, you ain't got to come in here as what's his son's name?
What is it? David
Benoit?
Yeah.
So you think he should just change the Benoit name?
No.
Just keep that what it is.
Yep. And he got to keep the theme song.
Nah, bro. That theme song, after hearing that right now, definitely sounds like a murder theme song. I'm not even going to lie to you. If you put that theme song on in a room filled with red and you start a chainsaw, I totally believe it.
Big red, big blood. Big Treyway. Yo, he look just like home, bro.
I mean, I'm looking at it.
You can't tell Stone Cold any different.
If you tell me that's his son, yeah. But if you was just to have him there, I don't think it would hit me that way. I feel like Chris Benoit has a certain type of face that almost is like puppy-like. Like, not puppy dog-like, but like, you know how dogs be having like the extra fucking thick-ass skin? Like, he just got really thick-ass skin to me. But if his son grows more facial hair, he's gonna start fucking that shit up for us. So I'm not gonna lie.
That's my guy.
It might be, and it might need to be more beardness, but nah, he'll start fucking that up. Absolutely, he'll start fucking that shit up. I don't got no big news for myself this week.
We could talk about the Tekashi stuff.
I was about to say we could definitely talk about the Tekashi shit because I think it has to be spoken about, and that's.
I would have snitched. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Are you sure?
I would have snitched. Hell yeah.
Wait, but what's the cause though? Because
yo, if you kidnap me, for one, if you're supposed to be my homie,
I definitely think that the kidnapping.
You kidnap me, you fuck my baby mother. Clearly, you want me dead. I am snitching.
Especially if you're talking about
I am telling.
I don't know how close he was to like Jim Jones in the process.
Telling. I don't give a fuck.
I'm telling.
I'm snitching. I'm out here with mad Secret Service. Chilling.
I'm trying to think about it. Well, see the thing is when people be like, yo, they fuck my baby moms. First off, it ain't like it wasn't consensual.
No,
the baby moms allowed that.
And I get that, but that's still like, yo, you niggas clearly.
Oh no, you had it out for me. You definitely had it out for me.
I am snitching.
Jinx, you owe me something.
About to get a can of soda and a can of whoop ass. I'm
snitching. Bring that. Get the Benoit theme on.
I am snitching.
About to be mine now.
Snitch.
Yeah, no, with the baby mom thing, I'm like, yo, that's on her. Like, you clearly didn't give two shits. There ain't no way you're gonna be like, I was just hypnotized by your homies. Like, when you
I just saw all that red and I was just like,
yeah, but not only that, but she was saying he was corny for what he was doing because he wasn't like that or all that shit before that anyway. So you're not gonna sit here and tell me like, oh well, you know, none of this.
It was definitely like vendetta on her end.
Yeah, she definitely was mad at that nigga for something. And knowing the way that he talk and operate, I wouldn't be surprised he was just talking out of his ass. And you know, sometimes I don't know, the pussy speak revenge.
Free my nigga 6ix9ine.
No, I always feel like he was never locked up because the moment that he got caught, they was like, he totally snitched. They say, yo, before they was putting him.
I just don't get what they expected out of this scenario. Like, yo, you took a dude who wasn't even close to this kind of nigga.
They say he was doing rock rap.
Yeah, but not even that. His lifestyle wasn't anything close to the lifestyle he was living.
Absolutely not.
As a fucking blood. Alleged, whatever, quote unquote. It's like, yo, what did you expect? Like, you literally had this dude, like, pretty much be the money for the gang or whatever the fuck.
Absolutely.
And then you fucking...
You orchestrated the hell out of that shit.
Yeah. Like, but what the fuck did you
basically,
expect?
you took a square and you tried to soften the edges.
Yep.
Until you realized it was like, yo, we really can't make this into a circle.
Yep.
And then... when you couldn't make it into a circle, you was like, yo, we about to hack these edges.
Yeah, like...
fuck his baby moms, kidnap Holmes, tell him to comply. And then you was like, damn, now we got a stop sign.
Yeah, like, yo, what did you really expect out of this scenario? That's what I don't get. Like, I don't understand that.
I don't get the plot behind that. Like, I get, like, for instance, earlier this week, me and you was talking about how certain celebrities are not part of gangs. And then they get into gangs after they become celebrities. And maybe it's for protection... maybe it's for whatever. I can understand. All right. I'm not a celebrity. I do what I do. I get big. And then, even though I don't agree with, I go get a gang for protection, but like a regional gang, like the Bloods.
Yeah.
I can understand why somebody would do that. But the fact that it was like, no, we're going to make you
Spider.
Is it?
Right there.
I don't see nothing. Did you kill it?
Nah.
It looked mad. You sure it's the little red ones?
Nah, it's literally on the mount.
All right, man. As long as you ain't scared.
No, I'm good, bro.
All right. Yeah. Some people be out here jumping because they see the smallest spider, pissing themselves.
I'm pissing myself right now.
I support that. So, I don't get the whole thing with being, like I said, not being a star and going, we're going to make a rapper.
Yeah.
One, you don't control his finances. Ain't none of that going to be in your name. So, one, you got to find a guy dumb enough to make it so that most of the checks come through you, which is why they was making it like a label situation.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that works out. But then even then, it's just like, I don't get the whole point of like, take a guy that don't even live this life. Ain't even about this code. Regular street code. Regular urban, not snitching code. Make him famous. Give him a ton of money. And then ultimately cut that income stream off. Why would you do that?
It don't make a lot of sense to me.
I get a situation where somebody needs to make quick money, but that's not quick money.
Yeah.
It's just not. At that point, that's a 5-year plan. And at that point, then, if you don't have other streams of income at that level, you're cutting off a big stream of income.
Exactly.
Because he gonna think he too big, or he gonna get big in the britches, or he gonna do that.
They got to think like, yo, you didn't think his ego was gonna like, yo, when you go from a point where you're probably not making much money to making a shit ton of money, even if like you're paying dudes off to not beat you up or whatever, yo, like you don't think eventually he's gonna be like, yo, why am I paying y'all? Like, what am I paying y'all for?
And my thing about that too is he ended up having to get full-fledged security anyway.
Yep.
Because he had started so much crap.
Yep.
The guys that was around him wasn't being helpful.
Yep.
So he ended up having to pay. What did he say? He said he was paying $750 or something like that. $750, close to like a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Which means he was out here trying to have a straight up secret agent fleet. He want one nigga on top of the roof at all times. What do I need you guys for? I already got the name. I got the position. I've been repping blood.
Yep.
But even y'all will say you was never blood.
And the thing is too, what I always found weird was how he always had like, he got all those tats that just said 6ix9ine,
which is ridiculous.
And it's just like, yo, that's so gimmicky. Like, that's so gimmicky. Nobody that's really out here banging is just gonna get all these tats.
I like the explanation he gave for it after a while.
The teardrop thing that a lot of like, I think that's a blood thing, but like that makes sense.
Yeah, because I've never seen it.
It's subtle.
I've never seen a Crip do it.
You feel me? Like, it's subtle, but like just blatantly being like big ass 6ix9ine, right? Like,
first
and
of all,
then he like his arm was just like 6ix9ine, 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 6ix9ine. It's like,
I
bro,
think they would be
mad gimmicky.
I think the tattoos would be fine if he didn't have the giant one on his forehead. The giant one on his forehead is kind of like the home of it, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you would never be able to go anywhere or do anything ever without being synonymous with this. Yeah. You need to, at that point, I think, okay, I don't think he could do it later in his career, though. Like, you can't have a dude come up, be a big-ass rapper, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 years in the game, you like, now that I'm 6'9", and I feel like I'm not going nowhere. Big-ass forehead tattoo. You would have to do that at the beginning so that it's like the Nelly Band-Aid.
Yeah.
You would have to do that at the beginning. You can't just do that in the middle and be like...
Cause the Nelly Band-Aid also wasn't permanent.
Well, no, but...
Well, even though it
adds a mystique at the beginning.
Yeah.
It doesn't add nothing when you 8 years in the game, and you can have a Drake run right now. And if Drake just out of nowhere was just like, yo, Nelly Band-Aid, niggas would be like, but why?
Yeah.
Because at this point, your career is not... Even though you've gotten older, your career also has matured. So it's like, why did you feel like you needed to have this thing that you do? It's no longer mystique. It just becomes ridiculous. It becomes... Yeah. So I think he still wouldn't... If he wanted to do it, he wouldn't need it. But at the same time, without that one being like the main beacon... I don't think you need 69, 6'9" tattoos.
Yeah.
That don't even.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm sure he was going for 6'9".
I feel like they told him to do it. Yo, just get mad 6'9". I gotta kill this. Because it's starting to like.
Oh snap! It's making a web on your mic.
Dangle. Yeah.
Yo, that's dope. Yo, and he know it too. Yeah. Look at him. He's like, oh hell nah, nigga. That's like what's the name of that little spider that be on
my finger
on YouTube? Bro, how you think you gonna pick up that little ass spider?
I just squished him.
I was about to say, because he's not gonna live. It was, yeah. You know what? We getting the camera next week. Screw, because big old fingers, small ass spider. Like yo, I'm about to save Miles.
Nah, I wasn't trying to save him.
I was like, yo, he not about to. You not. Don't save him.
Don't save him. He don't want to be saved.
He don't want to be saved. But yeah, I don't even like talking about the news on the Tekashi thing right now. Like,
it's so everywhere.
Yeah, it's so everywhere. But I do like talking about the subject because the mental behind why any of this happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then not only that, but then
it just goes to show there's just a certain type of ignorance and a certain lack of just like common sense.
Well, like I said, it seems like it was one of those schemes where like I came up with the idea for the podcast, and then I told y'all, I'm like, yo, SG Garrison, Jobo, we gotta do a podcast, and then I die, and y'all like, we think we can still do it, and you just lost the person who had everything mapped out, and you was like, we think we know his notes.
I mean, not to be rude.
Yeah. You think? But it also it wouldn't be wise though. Like, yo, that dude, he did the work. He knows whatever. He had the intro. It's coming.
Yeah, because I really don't be doing shit. I just show up.
You know. And then it's like, yo, you still want to take Holmes' equipment? Like, if we can just keep this going. So, yeah, no.
Expeditiously or whatever.
Expeditiously. Look, bro, you didn't know that T.I. say that all the time?
Yeah, I actually watched the Nick Cannon. I watched a clip of it yesterday. It's pretty good. He was talking about the Eminem beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, Nick Cannon's show isn't too bad.
No, I'm talking about the T.I. He had Nick Cannon on it.
Oh, he had Nick Cannon on his podcast.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I'm kind of tired of a lot of, like, every celebrity at this point got a podcast.
Yeah.
And it's just like, at this point, it's like,
about to get oversaturated like the music.
Well, it was already oversaturated. Yeah. It's oversaturated right now.
Yeah.
We trying to get into it, which I usually wouldn't do. But the fact that even two actresses from The Office starting a podcast.
Oh, for real?
Where they literally watch Office episodes and just commentary over.
I wouldn't mind watching that though.
But that's what I'm saying though. It's like every celebrity is finding it as a stream.
I feel like when rappers or artists like in that realm do it, it gets repetitive.
Well, yeah, because they're
all interviewing each other, so you're pretty much getting the same interview twice, kind of.
That just made me think for a second about. At the same time, that does come off unified. These dudes from, a million different regions. And even though they might be talking about the same stuff and still preaching the same stuff that we already know as far as like street code and stuff, a lot of the older guys still, though, that's where you would probably get a lot of their wisdom from. Like if you listen to a Rick Ross podcast mixed with a T.I. podcast, mixed with a, not that it ever happened, but for shits and giggles, a Jay-Z podcast or some shit like that. Yeah. You'd get a lot from that to hopefully bring up the generation at that point. But they would all have to be listening to multiple. So I get that, but at the same time, it doesn't leave a lot of room for the smaller people who are just, movie pundits who just, give their opinions about movies or talk about the industry or, people trying to infiltrate the industry that haven't already had a career path, that weren't already, I could be a talentless nobody who can't rap, can't do nothing, but my opinion is strong.
I think that's the key to a good podcast, just having an opinion. Yeah. Like, it's a lot. I always said the key to a good podcast was how you express your opinion. Because at the end of the day, that's what people want to hear. Like, if me, if people know how I talk and, oh, he's probably going to say something super fucking whatever, however the fuck whatever. That's what they're going to look for when they...
In that one statement.
Yeah.
They're going to look for whatever, however the fuck whatever, because of the way he...
Whatever. Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, and then with the podcast, though, you also get invested in the way somebody talks, too. Like, like when I was watching John Campia last night, I'm not necessarily invested in the way he talks, but his brand is so kind and polite and, like, so even and level-headed. Like, well, who do you think should be casting this? Well, I don't care about that. As long as they got a good actor, that's good. Yeah. And at the same time, then you catch him have a joke, like, when I was fucking your mom, she was saying that my dick was too big. It's so left field that it's just like, it's ridiculously funnier. No matter how bad it might be, because you're like, I've never heard this nigga talk like this. Like, so I think over time people get invested in the way you talk and how you talk and what your perspective is, so that kind of like Friends, they know what. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give you that one. That came flawless. I love it. I'm going out on that. It was too flawless for me. It was too flawless. Oh, yeah, wasn't like those other phone dead ones you do.
True. Hey. Gonna be this way.
Big lit. How I Met Your Mother should have had a theme.